It's Desi Central in the United States of America. I'm Barkha Dutt. You're with the Mojo Story. Well, Kamala Harris looks all set to be the candidate for the American presidential elections. This after Joe Biden stepped aside after enormous pressure from within his party. Kamala Harris is the daughter of a woman born in Tamil Nadu, a scientist and a cancer victim. But she's not the only Indian in the mix. There's Usha Vance, the lawyer wife of J.D. Vance, who could be possibly second lady. Usha and Kamala have attracted, of course, a lot of attention here in India, as it looks like the Indian ladies are taking over Washington, D.C. But the real star from the diaspora is Zarna Garg, easily the best, most accessible, most human, most relatable stand-up comic and artist on the comedy circuit today. And it is my enormous pleasure to make sense of these dramatic developments in the United States of America with this very special guest joining us from California today. And we couldn't be more pleased. But Zarna, here's the funny thing. I think I watched you on Fox or one of the other networks where you said, this is terrible. Kamala Harris has let down the side. All Indian parents are going to be so upset. Why? She might be president.
What did I say wrong? What did I say wrong? You know that, first of all, she's not a doctor, which is a problem, which is a real problem. She, like Usha Vance, I think I was talking about Usha Vance when I said that. And I don't know if you read her bio. It is, to white people, impressive. But to us, Indians, what happened? What happened, Usha? What happened to your family? Who hurt you guys? Because her dad is an IIT guy, STEM. And as we know, IIT is the best engineering college in the world. IIT rejects end up at MIT and Stanford. This is a fact. I'm an IIT wife. I've been hearing this my whole life and I verified it because my wicked mother-in-law has rubbed it in my face like for 25 years. So, but she's not wrong about this. Then Usha's mom is a marine biologist, also a scientist. What happened? Their daughter got a degree in history. Oh my God. When I read it, I wanted to cry. I'm not even a Chirakuri and I wanted to cry for the Telugu community, for the family. The whole thing was making me very upset. And as I told Fox News, I say it now that being elected to some sort of power position is the very least she can do to right all the wrongs she has dished out to her parents. She also has a degree in philosophy. Do you know what it is to get a degree in philosophy? Nothing. It is nothing. It's not even worth the paper that it's written on. That's just a fact.
So hang on. I mean, are you being facetious?
No.
Come on.
Every kid
Come
watching,
on. I mean, surely it's all old hat now that good Desis have to be doctors, good Desis have to go to IIT.
This is the misconception.
पुरानी, जैसे यहाँ पे कहते हैं, पुरानी बात हो गया ये सब. पुरानी बात हो गया.
Nothing has changed, Barkha. You and I know that the more things change, the more they stay constant. This is the rule of life. Even today, you go to, why am I sitting in California? Because every second, third Indian millionaire is hanging around in the Bay Area. And how did they become? They did not become because they were YouTubers. They became because they're Google engineers, all these meta engineers. That's where the money is. It is just what it is. Now, it's true that we've kind of opened the horizons a little bit. It's not just medicine. Okay, you want to be a dentist? We are coming on board with that. You want to do computer? We are kind of coming on board with that. But philosophy, what are you going? Luckily, she ended up in law school. It's not a big thing, but it's something. You know what I mean?
So you're saying Usha's let down the side, huh?
Usha, bichari, her parents are probably still crying. I'm an NRI parent. Believe me, that pain runs deep. When your kid is going to US college and you are paying tuition in US dollars for a degree that, I'm just going to say this on an Indian setting. It's mostly BS, the whole degree. I mean, you don't need to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for a history degree. Just read a history book on Sundays. You're fine.
I'm trying to keep a straight face here. Now, hang on. I want to play out your immediate hot take when Kamala's name was basically endorsed by Joe Biden. And you did
Yeah,
like this quick. By the way, I love your hot takes on the news. And you had one on Kamala. Let's take a look. And then I have some questions. Let's take a look.
sure. Please, let's go.
Didn't just endorse Kamala. Let's go, Indian ladies. Let's go, Kamala. You can do this. You can so do this. We are all with you. Go for it. Take that shot, girl.
Let's go, Indian ladies. She seems to be all set. She's raised millions, millions and millions in a record time. What do you think?
Yes.
What do you think of her? See, there's this odd thing about America. You know, we've had Indira Gandhi in India, we've had Benazir Bhutto, we've had Chandrika Kumaratungi in Sri Lanka, Benazir Bhutto in Pakistan, Indira here. We've had very powerful women lead our part of the world. In America, they're still fighting about having a woman as a president. What's going on? And you're saying, let's go, Indian ladies. Can Indian ladies do what nobody else has been able to?
Yes, baby, it is the time for Indian women to shine. And I'm here for it. I'm telling you, we were quiet for so long. And now we've exploded like a volcano. We are not leaving any field behind. We even have, listen to me, okay? I don't approve of this personally, but we even have Indian lady authors who are kicking ass. I personally don't think any Indian
Why don't
woman,
you, hang on, why don't you approve of it?
because it's an English major. Come on now. You know what I mean? Stick to the STEM.
It has to be STEM, STEM, STEM.
I mean, that's where the jobs are, but it's fine. Once in a while, the problem is that when one succeeds, 10,000 other Indian kids who shouldn't be thinking that they have a story in them start writing their stories. But if your story is not a story, just stick to coding. You know what I mean? But I digress. I digress. I think it is the time of the Indian women. Kamala is got it. She's absolutely ready for this. I mean, the woman is one of the most highly accomplished prosecutors of her
But
time.
she is also a lawyer. Has she also let down the side?
I mean, listen, I don't want to say it. She's only half Indian, and we tried. We tried to keep her on track, but we got to cooperate with the other side also, right? And all things considered, she's done well for herself. She is vice president as we speak. That's not the president, so let's not get too excited. But
Yeah.
we're getting there. We're working. I mean, she's closer than anybody has ever come. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
And she's turning out. Look at the vote of confidence people are giving. They are giving crazy amount of money to her campaign, which is not a surprise to me. Everybody thought that if she endorsed her, she had no chance, and I just don't see it. I have spent time with her one on one. She's extremely eloquent, extremely elegant, a brilliant woman. She's gonna go the distance. And to answer your first half of the question, yes, we've had Indira Gandhi. Yes, there's been Benazir Bhutto. Yes, there's been all these people. But all of those people have had some connection or some legacy to the offices that they attained.
Yeah.
Here you have somebody who's come from nowhere and nothing. I mean, that's a remarkable feat, wouldn't you say? Even Hillary Clinton, who came very, very close and who is a lovely lady and extremely qualified, was related to an ex-president. Look
Yeah.
at Kamala's and even Usha's story. These are women who just built their lives and built their careers to a position where they are right now.
Yeah.
This is beating some insurmountable odds. It's like,
But another prominent member of the Indian American diaspora, my friend Padma Lakshmi,
yeah,
she had a post and she said, "Let's go, aunties."
yeah,
Right
yeah.
now, are we now happy about being called aunties? Are you a Zarna auntie? Is Kamala an
I'm a
auntie?
proud auntie. I never saw a problem with it. I think the cool people think that an auntie is like a derogatory term because they're too dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. See, they're cool and they're dumb. That
So
goes standing together.
hang on. Adesh Singh is saying she, meaning you, is a very funny auntie. I have watched her shorts. There you are, funny auntie.
Adesh Singh, you, me, and a billion other people have watched Auntie Z's shorts. That's why we make shorts. We don't put shorts on, we put them on the YouTube.
But why don't you have a problem with being called an auntie?
Because aunties make the world go around. Aunties do the heavy lifting of building the community. Aunties, all that chai that everybody loves, chai, tea, cha, who's making that cha? It's the aunties. If it were to the uncles, do you know
Starbucks.
what we would
One
have?
minute,
if,
one minute,
yeah,
one minute. I have a complaint on this chai.
Yeah.
Why has Starbucks culturally appropriated our chai and made it into some nonsense? Yeah.
Listen to me. Don't. Starbucks did what Starbucks does. Starbucks created awareness. Thank you,
Acha.
Starbucks, for telling the whole world how glorious chai is. Now, people know to go looking for the right chai. They know what it is, right? In one shot, the whole world knew what the word chai means. That is a Starbucks phenomenon. So we take it and now we make it our own. You know what I mean? This is the story of life. They see something good, they want to be a part of it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Now we put our own spin. Now watch, 10 Indian aunties are going to create chai companies. Actually, there are. If you come to the chai box, is an Indian chai. There are at least 5 that I can think of, really popular chai companies. But none of these would exist if Starbucks had not imprinted the word chai in everybody's heads.
Chalo, fair enough. Let's come back to the aunties, right?
Yes.
You said Auntie Kamala, Auntie Usha, and Auntie Zarna, Auntie Padma Lakshmi, Auntie Barkha. Nothing wrong with being an auntie.
Nothing wrong. It's glorious. Own it, ladies. Own it. All of us. It's the highest compliment. The aunties get stuff done. What are the uncles doing? What are all these cool cats doing besides just being trolls? We are doing the heavy lifting of, of building community, of teaching people about our culture, of keeping our kids in line. Do you know how much work that is?
Yeah. So there's another comment for you, by the way, and this is from a Pakistani American. I love Zarna, especially her family podcast. As a Pakistani American, I feel so connected to what they say, especially with what Zoya says. I feel heard and I feel seen. That's a lovely comment. Now, you met Kamala. Yeah. There's a lovely photograph. I think we have it somewhere, if we can bring that up. There's a photograph of you posing with her and holding her hand. What did you say to her when you met her?
Well, first of all, I said what every Indian woman says when she meets her, that thank you so much for being here. Just the fact that a woman named Kamala is in the White House and is hosting events where, by the way, behind her is photobombing Narendra Modi.
Oh, yes, that's the Prime Minister. I just saw that. Yeah.
Yes. So just imagine, because Kamala is in the White House and she's hosting events where she's inviting me. Who am I? I'm not a billionaire. I don't have the big emeralds and all that. I'm not related to anybody famous, and I'm married to somebody who's so boring. I can't even right now get into it. Like,
how does he feel about you calling him boring?
He knows. Listen, he's not in denial. We've been together 26 years almost. He knows he's boring, but he owns it. It's okay. So what I'm saying is that only with Kamala in office could we have had a moment like that, right? Where I'm seated across the table from Prime Minister Modi. Can you even imagine a state of the world?
Did you chat with him also?
Absolutely. And
what did you say?
I said, Kem cho, who comic chu, who stand-up comic chu in Gujarati, because he's Gujarati, my Gujarati brother. And he said, I kid you not.
You're from Gujarat.
My parents are from Gujarat. I grew up in Bombay, but I am Guju. I speak fluent Gujarati, fluent Hindi, and very tutti-putti Marathi because my school required it. So I said to him, Kem cho, who stand-up comic chu, and this is what he said exactly. I'm telling you verbatim. He said, "Hu janu chu,"
meaning I know that.
I know that. And he said, "Apne collaborate kariye. You and me should collaborate." I was like, "Oh my God, shoot me right now." But that moment would not have happened without Kamala Auntie.
So and that's a good point. And I'm going to come to Kamala Auntie in just a moment. But I'm now captivated by this idea of you and our Pradhan Mantri ji doing a collab on the comedy circuit. If you could do a kind of scene, a comic scene with the Prime Minister, how do you think it would go?
I don't think it's a comic scene with the Prime Minister. I think his idea was we do comedy that highlights India and America. And that's the whole... He did come up with the phrase at that luncheon where he said the future is AI, America and India. Correct. That is something I heard from him. And then I have often repeated because I'm so inspired by him. I tell everybody that I heard it with him. And it is like, his idea was that why don't you do comedy that highlights... But I already do that. I was a little nervous to say to him, actually, sir, I already do that. All my comedy is a love letter to India and to America. And it's truly what is in my heart.
That's lovely. That's lovely. And there's the picture. Yeah. Oh, there's a proper one.
Yeah.
That's a cool story. The AI, the future belongs to AI, American Indians,
Yeah.
right? So
But Kamala auntie made it happen. I mean, I received an invitation from her office directly. See, this is the beauty of America. You don't have to be related to rich people. You don't have to be related to powerful people. It's a only in America phenomenon. Otherwise, who am I? I'm just a regular working woman. I mean, there's nothing special about me or what I do. But
I want to speak up for your boring husband for just one moment, if I may.
Okay,
He's
are
such
you
a,
getting
he's such
paid
a
by my
sport.
mother-in-law? Oh, you're gonna speak up for my husband. My husband's fine. Okay, go
But
ahead.
listen, hang on. He's such a good sport. He's always starring in your comic pieces on Instagram. How can he be boring?
I supported him for 20 years. Do you know what it is to be somebody's supporting act for 20 years? 20 years, I knew everything about his business. Ask me today what trade he did in 2005 and whether he made money or lost money, and I can tell you in my sleep. He's sitting there looking pretty in two of my videos. You're going to compare the two? You only literally, I hope my mother-in-law is listening, because Barkha, this is the thing. People in India ask her now, you know, in India, everybody, oh, how do you feel? Your daughter-in-law, this, that.
Yeah.
Do you know what she tells people? She tells people, look at the career my son gave her.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And
No.
she slides in my comment
Bechari
section. No,
Sasuma has been caricatured.
Oh my
Caricature ho
this
gaya.
is
Caricature
a
ho gaya.
hostile interview. This is a hostile interview that I didn't agree to. And you know what she does? Can I tell you the truth of what she does?
Yeah.
She slides into my comment section where people will say, did she really say that? Did she blah blah? And she slides and she'll be like, nahi nahi, jhoot bol rahi hai. In Hindi, she'll start writing. She does the little Google Translate and she'll be like, nahi nahi, jhoot bol rahi hai. Aap mujhe DM kijiye. I will tell you.
Then what do you say to her? What do you say to her?
Nothing. I can't control her. She writes reviews on every page. My IMDb page, true story. IMDb page, thousands of 5-star reviews on my comedy special, 12 or 13 1-star reviews that all came from the same region in India.
And are they good reviews?
No. There are about 12 reviews that came from the Noida region that are all 1-star reviews. Where did those reviews come from?
You think your mom-in-law is sabotaging your career?
I know she did. And you know how I know? Let me tell you. Her name, I'll just tell you. Okay, let's say her name is Sangeeta. I'll just make it up for this segment.
Okay.
Let's say her name is Sangeeta with one E. Sangeeta, Geta. On the review, she put 3 E's. Because she thinks that she's hiding herself. It is so dumb. The madness that I live with, you don't even want to know the madness that I live with. It's like, it is stopped only by the fact that I am also a lawyer like Usha and Kamala. So like, I understand both their states of mind. I'm a bad lawyer. Like, they are good lawyers. I'm a very bad, horrible lawyer.
How come you never pursued law as a career like Usha auntie and Kamala auntie?
Oh, I did. I was practicing for many years. And what happened is that at one point, all my clients were in jail. So I was like, had to have a little reckoning with myself that, you know, maybe this is a good time to admit to yourself that things are not going well. I tell people, if you have to come to me for legal advice, you know the world is coming to an end.
I want to come back to Kamala auntie. You said that, you know, this is the great American dream only here, and there's truth to that. But nobody can say her name properly. Even she has stopped saying Kamala. Now she calls herself Kamala.
Dude, it makes no difference. Listen, Barkha, you and I are Indian. All these hang-ups are like all these new generation hang-ups. My own parents misspelled my name.
What do you mean?
Zarna was supposed to be Jharna. Then I think they got tired because I was the 4th kid in a lineup of 4. I think they were like, let the servants just write it out in the paper. And the servants said, oh, nobody uses Z. You put a Z. You know, so who cares? We all don't have these hang-ups. This is all new age young people hang-ups. Oh, this is appropriation of culture. Indian people, generally, we are agreeable people. Yeah. Call her Kamala, call her Kamal, call her Komal. We know who you're talking about. It doesn't matter. These are all these Vela young people who don't literally, They spend their whole life kissing and hugging their dogs and cats. So they have plenty of time to pick battles that don't
I
need to be
mean,
fought.
I mean, that is the ultimate auntie response, right?
You had the ultimate auntie on your show. What do you want me to say to you?
I agree. Now, I have to ask you a serious question. But a
Please.
serious question here.
Go for it.
There are Indians here who are saying, oh, please don't romanticize Kamala and Usha with some India story. We don't want to know that Kamala eats idli. We don't want to know about Usha's Telugu connection, because when they are there, they become American. All we should care about is what their policies are towards India. There's some jadedness also कि, you know, हम देसी लोग बहुत romanticize कर देते हैं anyone with a Desi link. This is a serious question to you, Auntie Zarna. What do you say?
You can romanticize it or not. The fact is that life is forever changed. A woman named Kamala is going to run for president of United States. So
Correct.
all these people who have opinions, they're all like 2 rupees opinions, as they say about critics. It means nothing. These women are out there changing the lives and changing their own destiny, and along with them, the destinies of millions of women who could never even fathom, who could never even hit that level of imagination in their lives. So my serious answer to that is that you have to look, you know, one of my most favorite sayings of all time, listen to what a person does. Talk is cheap. The fact that Kamala is within striking distance of the most powerful political office in the world, that says something. Who cares whether it's romanticized or not? The world has forever changed. Today, our imagination has been stretched. Today it's Kamala, tomorrow it will be Sujata, Pooja. It will become normalized before we know it in our own lifetime.
I agree with you.
And that is worth something. You know, the people who do all this talking should probably start with doing something. Maybe start with creating your own Instagram account and see if you can get 100 real followers before you offer an opinion.
Well said. But, you know, the other good thing or the other fun thing is she laughs loudly. She's not quiet and docile, right? We are Indian aunties. We're loud, yeah. We cackle, we laugh, we shout, we get angry, and we dance.
And we are unique for that. Do you know that? Do you know how many brown women from different brown cultures cannot do what you just described?
Really?
I see it. Yeah, absolutely. I see it in clubs all the time. The Indian ladies they come in a gang of women together as a girls' night out. They come with their husband. They even come with their mother-in-laws. And they both will laugh out loud because that's the freedom with which we are raised in India. But this is not true of every brown culture. There's so many cultures where I see the women laugh and pull back because they're nervous. They don't want their husbands to see them laughing. They don't want their mother-in-laws to find out that they came to my show. Even something as completely benign as my show, they get nervous. I'm not kidding. And it happens every day, and it happens in America. But the Indian women, we are free and we have arrived.
We certainly have, and you certainly have. Now, I have 2 minutes left with you. I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
To your daughter, are you finally going to say something different? From doctor bano, engineer bano, shadi kar lo.
Why would I say that? Doctor ban ke to पूरे हमारे देश में इतना नाम रोशन हुआ है हिंदुस्तान लोगों का. Are you kidding? Why are you putting such kind of shrap on my daughter? Please let her go be a doctor, engineer, computer. Kuch to seekho. My daughter was like, oh, I'm going to do English. I said, nothing doing. एक तो Stanford का tuition दे के मैंने कितनी shows की ticket बेचनी पड़ी उसके लिए. Then I said, you go to the toilet in Stanford, even the toilet paper should have secrets. You should be reading कि क्या लिखा है वहाँ पे. Do not be wasting my time. Absolutely, I'm saying nothing different to anybody. My daughter, your daughter, anybody's daughter. The advice is the same.
And son, advice to son is same?
Listen, okay, have you seen my son?
Of course, on all your videos.
He's little bit handsome, okay, just little bit. I don't want to say very, but little bit. So thoda I cut him some slack.
Achha. Typical Indian mother, bete ko sab maaf.
Thoda sa maaf.
Very bad. Very bad.
Listen, it just is what it is. I can't, like, you can't put 1,000 years of history on my shoulders and say, go change it.
But Kamala should. And Usha
Kamala's
should.
working. I applaud her. But like, I'm not that good now. Otherwise, I would be sitting in that office.
How are you dealing with your kids' dating scene?
Oh, it is. My daughter's dating a white boy has been very, very stressful. But I don't say anything. I just do very background type interfering. I don't do Like I told so many times, I told the boy, forget my daughter. She's not pretty. She's not smart. She's
You're
very
so bad.
opinionated. I told her, I can find you so many more prettier girls, and like they will do history, sociology, easy things, because then his IQ and theirs will match. Leave my daughter. I said, you leave my daughter. She's very boring girl. She just sits all day on the computer and codes. But because you can't say directly to the kid, that's a no. Today, if you're a modern parent, you have to be very like, anybody shows up, you have to smile and be like, yes, welcome. But then from the back door, you try to fix the situation.
How's that going? How's
No,
that going?
not well. Not well. I'm still on it.
Okay, I have to put you on the spot and ask you, who do you like better, Usha or Kamala?
I will tell you, because I know more about Kamala and because I know her work. She's lived in the public eye for a long time.
Yeah.
If she ends up running America, I will be very happy and very comfortable with it. Usha is very new, so it's like not fair for me to be like, I like her or I don't like her. I loved what I saw. I thought she was an extremely elegant. I mean, as an Indian woman, I was bursting with pride that this is who's representing us.
Yeah.
Like the way she speaks, the intelligence. I mean, it's Yale Law School. Okay, fine. It's not Harvard, so let's relax now. But it's fine. Like, it's a good law school. The way she spoke about her husband, her kids, incredible. But Kamala
but I mean, her husband has some dodgy views on marriage and divorce.
Listen, everybody's got dodgy views. Yeah, I've got more dodgy views than anybody else.
No, you don't really. You're only acting.
No. What you're saying. The minute I get famous in Hollywood, this one's out. He knows that. That's all I'm going to do only.
The boring husband, quote unquote.
Yeah, and he also... every day for 10 years, I think he was praying that koi isko kidnap karke le jao. Please, meri jaan chodo meri. So we are totally fine with it, not dodgy, but my views are so very dodgy. My moral compass cannot be any lower.
Good for you.
I tell my team, I'm like, if the comedy thing doesn't work out, if the Instagram doesn't work out, if the influencing doesn't work out, next up is the world's first auntie-uncle sex video. That's coming, baby. Yeah. We stop at nothing.
But uncle is up for this.
Did you hear me when I said I supported him for 20 years? Did you hear me?
So
abhi to bahut incoming, mera accounts receivable abhi bahut baki hai.
Okay, I got to end with your manifesting for what you're going to be doing next. So I want to show everybody your comment. It's a really funny Twitter comment that you had. I think you put it on Instagram also. And you said, if you can bring it up now, you said an Indian lady might become president. There it is. An Indian lady might become president of the United States. An Indian lady might become the second lady of the United States. What's next? An Indian lady comedian hosting the Oscars.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why is not? There the Oscars? People get all nervous. I'm like, this is smaller than an Indian wedding. Relax. We got this, baby. Why not? I'm all for taking the biggest shots that are available in life for all of us.
So, Auntie Zarna, what do you, apart from the Oscars, what do you want to do next? Kamala is aiming for the White House. Usha is aiming to be, possibly second lady. What are you aiming for?
I'm going to create the world's biggest South Asian family comedy hub. That's my goal. That's my mission. I have my mission very clear. I don't putter around. I don't play in other random pods. I am a clean family comedian, and I'm known as that in America and in the world. And that is the hub that I'm going to build and develop a world where all families can come together and enjoy very smart, very thoughtful family comedy, because I believe families and friends should laugh together. Even people's and their mother-in-laws, like, not my mother-in-law, but like if other people want to bring their mother-in-laws and laugh with me, I'm all for it. I think this is the thing we are missing in the world today, and I'm going to fill that space. And I'm telling you that I'm going to do it.
Fabulous, and we're cheering for you, Auntie Zarna. Thank you. You made us laugh here in India. Any last words for the Desis here or there, all watching this, and the non-Desis too?
Dude, everybody get on board and cheer on what's going on, because Indian women have arrived. Step aside, Indian men, Indian uncles, relax. We know you're grumpy. We know you're very tired. Why don't you take a day or two off and let the Indian women run the show? That is my last word to everybody. I say, let's welcome all these changes with a big heart, with an open mind, and let's cheer them all on, because every door that they open is a door that they open forever for all of us. And God knows, I need some open doors, because, like, you know who's following me constantly? My wicked mother-in-law.
God, meet this wicked mother-in-law in real life.
She's gonna listen, Barkha. If she reaches out to you and says, "Ab mera bhi interview karo," I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be so upset if you
No,
give
I'm
her
on
a
your
platform.
side. I'm on your side.
But she will harass you. I'm telling you right now, it's coming.
Oh, okay. I will block her. Should I block her?
Don't block her. It's okay now. If you want to talk,
Are you having chai? Famous auntie
no,
chai?
I'm having. It is 1 a.m. in California right now, so I'm having water. You don't block my mother-in-law. This is what I tell people to do, because she's done this before. I just told a Wall Street Journal reporter this. Do the interview with her, shoot it, and then put it on MySpace. That's the solution.
Okay, it's 1 a.m. We're going to let you get some sleep. Thank you, Zarna Garg. Such a pleasure.
Thank you, Barkha. Such an honor to have this chat with you. You're such an icon, and I cannot believe I'm in the same frame as you.
Not at all. The pleasure and the honor is all mine. Thank you and lots of love. Take care.
Bye. Namaste.
Bye. Namaste. Bye. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.